welcome back to another episode on the NETHERMIND server. Today we are starting things off, about to head off into the end. There's a farm around here, I think it's over there? Yes, over there. Okay, there's a farm over here that I want to visit. I have some plans to make a few things. We just need a bunch of levels, and this is currently the fastest way that we have on the server to get levels. Just let me, whoa, this is going to be loud. I'm sorry about this, guys. Alright, so off camera, oh, actually, I have to turn that down. Just give me a second. Oh my god. That is just really, really loud. Okay, so plans for this episode. Off camera, I have been collecting a bunch of resources. Let's see if we can get all these things organized. Alright, so if you have a look, I have a bunch of protection books. And I also have, in this, it should be in here. Where can I put this? Yes. 4 sets of armor. We're not going to be able to enchant all of them, but I really want to get my hands on some of that, like, really, really ridiculously good armor that you can currently make in 1.14.2, but it's being taken away from us in 1.14.3, so we got to get into this right now. Alright, so I'm all set up. We're going to do the pants first. So, leggings. I was just watching an Ilmango video, I'll put the link in the description, on how to get all of these enchantments onto the leggings. And it looks like you got to enchant the leggings first to try to get at least one decent protection enchantment on them. And then from there, you combine all the rest of the books together, trying to keep them you know, the minimum cost, and then put those onto the leggings and hope that it will not cost more than 40. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Okay, so I've just put the leggings in here, and projectile protection 4. Let's hope that, you know what, we probably could use this. Yeah, let's give it a go. Alright, so I've been here for a little while now. I realized partway through that I was actually going about it the wrong way. I was trying to get as many enchantments onto every single piece of armor as I could. But then I realized there's actually a maximum level of protection for each. So say we got protection, sorry, not protection, projectile protection, blast protection, fire protection, and feather falling protection. There's a 20-point cap on each of those. So if we had all of them on all of our pieces of armor, it would go over that cap and not be counted anyway. So yeah, anyway, I was going about it the wrong way. It was way too hard to try to get the useful enchantments like Depth Strider and stuff like that onto your gear, as well as all of the protections, and I ended up wasting a bunch of books. So what I've done is I upgraded the armor that I already had, calculating all of the protection and adding it all up, and just making sure that I had at least 20 for all the different types. So basically, this is what I ended up with. So I've got all these enchantments on my helmet. I've got my elytra, which has got, you know, bomb-proof pants. We got projectile protection, fire protection, and blast protection. So we ended up with all of them on there. And the pants are probably, let's see, the pants and the chest plate are probably the only ones that you can do that, because you know, you got like Depth Strider and Respiration and Aqua Affinity and stuff like that for the helmet and the boots. But this is what I ended up with. This basically gives me 20 points of protection for each type of protection. And we probably only needed Feather Falling 3 on these to get that for 20 points, but that's fine. This is what I've ended up with. I've got a bunch of other stuff that's ready to enchant. I just need to get a few more like Unbreaking and Mending books and stuff like that. And then it'll be all good. But I was just smelting up some glass. I want to fight the ender dragon before I leave the end. And what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Get away. Yeah, so hopefully I've got enough. Okay, 2. Okay, so I can't fight the ender dragon twice, but I can once. So let's go do that right now. Here we go. Now hopefully I don't die, because I can't remember where the last place I slept was. It might be JR's place, but who knows? Wish me luck. Here we go. Alright. Sweet. Now it's just the ones in the cages. I just don't know what's happening here. Oh, there we go. Oh! Oh, okay, of course. Of course that would happen. This is, very interesting. That's better. Okay, so we get a head and elytra. That's actually what we came here for. Because I heard that someone on the server died and lost their elytra, and that always sucks. So we're going to leave them a bit of a gift. Okay, so I went back to the end, and what are those guys standing up there? Oh, okay. So, I came back here to finish off doing the enchanting that I needed to do after I grabbed the extra books that I needed. And then I broke this farm. I was like, oh, there's a lot of items on the floor, I better clear them out. But instead of using a flint and steel, I used a lava bucket. And it destroyed all of the carpets that were around here so the endermen could get out. And then they killed the endermite that's up the top. That's the thing that lures them in. So the way this farm works is it's like a small spawning platform, and because there's nothing else around, heaps and heaps of endermen spawn, and then endermen really don't like endermites. So there's an endermite in that. I'll show you actually. Let's see if I can land in there. Oh, lag spike when you're flying over the void. Always good. Oh. Okay. So in here we have an endermite. His name is Harry. Well, it is now. I don't know what the name was before, but now it's called Harry. Yeah, the endermen killed him because they could get up here. So now all of this, instead of having water up here, I put double carpets, which endermen can't teleport to. Fixed it all up, and then respawned the endermite. It's all fixed. It's just, yeah, you feel a little bit silly when you break the farms. Yeah, when you come over and use something else that someone else has built, and then you break it. Yeah. Oh, and if you're wondering why the coordinates are up on my screen like this, and the time, it's a super cool data pack that Exuma Void released that we have now put on the NETHERMIND server. You can get that at his Vanilla Tweaks website, and it's really amazing. There's some really cool data packs there. So it turns out the last time I slept in a bed I was at someone else's base, so now I have to fly through the nether to get back to enchanting. Are you guys still angry at me? I hit you guys before. Nope, we're all good. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, so back at Enchanting Island. Just got one more thing that I need to prepare. So far this is what I've got. This is all a gift for somebody. I'm gonna colour this shulker box. I reckon light blue. But first, I'm going to make a bow, and we want to make a really special bow. We've got a data pack on it. So you remember back in, I think it was like 111 or something like that, you used to be able to put mending and infinity on a bow. Those were amazing. And there's a data pack out there on, I think a guy named Voodoo Beard made it. It's available on his website. We've got it on here. It allows us to get mending and infinity on a bow. And it's a really special way to do it. I'm actually missing something. Hold on. Need one of these. I need a diamond. I've got... Let's get all this stuff in my inventory organized. Mending, infinity book. You need both of those. You need an Eye of Ender, a diamond, a bottle of enchanting, and an empty bow. Oh, hold on. We need an anvil. I swear I've gone through like 4 anvils just for this episode. It's crazy. So you have an anvil. Here's how it works. So here's how the mending infinity thing works. You basically throw... Oh, that was a bad throw. You basically throw these on top of the anvil. If you can... Okay. Let's move this anvil somewhere like here, right? This will be a little bit easier. Alright, let's try this again. So throw, and then you get almost magically a bow with mending and infinity on it. Now the only catch is, so you know how there's all these people, I'm trying not to do it this season, but what is it called? I'm lost for words. AFK fishing. So AFK fish farm, you get a ton of books with different enchantments. You also get a ton of bows with various enchantments on them. This does not work. If you combine this with another enchanted bow, it will actually remove one of the enchantments. That's the only catch. So you have to use books to put them on. So I've got a couple here, all prepared. Let's put power 5 on here for him, and unbreaking 3, and we'll call this the TNT launcher. Okay, now we are just about ready. We'll chuck that in there, and we will color this. That's the one there. Color it. It's now light blue. We can call this a name. We'll call it Happy Birthday. Perfect. Okay, we're all set. We're going to head over to TNT's base and leave a surprise for him. Alright, found his house. Let's not crash into there. Don't really want to die at this point. Let's get something set up for him. Okay, so what I want to build, I think I'm going to use this area over here. I don't want it to get in the way of something that he plans to build in the future. But I kind of want to use these blocks here. So, I mean, with these blocks, now that we got 114, there's a ton of new options for building and stuff like that. So, I mean, it just have to basically decorate the front of it. All the rest of it is just going to be redstone anyway. So, I think we can make this work. Yeah, I'm going to crack on with this, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so here I am in a little redstone testing world. There's a couple little contraptions in here, nothing too major. But this is actually what I want to build in TNT's base. So, because it was his birthday the other day, it is literally just a contraption that plays Happy Birthday. Just wanted to make sure that I got all the timing and the notes and everything right before I went to build it on the server. I know it's hard to take something like this and then build it straight into survival without having some sort of reference. So I've written all the notes and everything down and the timings for all the repeaters. Yeah, written all that down, and I'm going to take that. I'm going to take this, build it on the server, and then I also want... So after... We can take an output from here, right? Take an output from here. So we can just go like this and take an output from here, run that into a dispenser, and that's going to dispense the shulker box that has his gift that we've been working on for him. So I'm going to take that now, and I'm going to take it onto the server and build it all up and make it look all good. Before we head back onto the server to build this contraption, I don't know if any of you guys wanted a bit more of an explanation about the whole protection thing. These boots here are a really good example of it. So projectile protection and protection, they used to be exclusive, so you couldn't have both types of protection on the same piece of armor. So you had to previously, before 1.14, it was basically just protection all the way. That was the best way to enchant your gear, and that's simply because for protection, you get 1 point of protection for each type. So you get 1 point for projectile, 1 point for feather falling, 1 point for blast resistance, and also fire resistance. And that way you didn't have to choose one that was more important, unless you had a wither fighting one and you wanted extra explosive damage or resistance or something like that. But at the moment, before 1.14.3, we're able to do this. These ones I made in survival mode. It's quite fiddly to do, and it's about trying to keep the cost down as much as possible as you're making it. So I've prepared a couple books. These two here, I combined a bunch of books together. It's quite difficult to get them in the right order to keep the cost down as much as possible. These ones, if I put thorns on any of these books, it'll be too expensive to put on the boots. But if I do it this way, I've managed to keep it down to a cost of 30. If it goes over 40, it's too expensive. So cost of 30 to put these 6 enchantments on this book onto these boots. You can do that, no worries. And then when you put it in here, you can put thorns on for 27. So I found that was the best way to make your boots, and your helmet as well. It works with. The helmet has 7 enchantments, including thorns. It's a lot easier to do your pants and your chest plate. It's just making these books. That's the hard part. Making sure that you keep the cost down as much as possible. It's about getting the correct order of enchantments, and at the moment I can't even remember what order I put them in. So yeah, just play around with it. Maybe try it in creative mode first, in a test world like this, and then you can get the right order to put everything on, so you don't waste all your levels and your enchanted books and all that sort of stuff in survival mode. Yeah, that's a quick explanation. So regular protection, protection 4 will give 1 point of protection to each type of protection. So, and like blast protection, for example. So blast protection, projectile protection, feather falling is your falling resistance, and fire protection. So you get for 1 book of protection 4, you get 1 point for each. So if you had protection 4 on all 3 pieces of armor, assuming that you have your elytra on, you get 12 points of protection to each of these. The cap is 20 for each. So if you put, say, projectile protection on your helmet, blast protection on your boots, and fire protection on your legs, then that will give you, these ones actually give you 2 points per level. So this will give you 8, this will give you 8, this will give you 8. That brings the total up to 20 of each. That's the maximum amount that you can actually get of level of each protection. So that'll be the best gear possible. And then you probably only need feather falling. You actually get 3 points per level. It's all in Ilmango's video. I said I'll put that in the description, but you probably only need feather falling 3 on your boots, so that could keep the cost down a little bit, even a little bit more. But yeah, basically 1 different type of protection on your 3 pieces of gear as an addition to your protection 4 will give you the maximum protection that you can possibly get. And if you can squeeze on like thorns or something, like I like to have thorns on my armor, but if you can, yeah, just squeeze as many enchantments on as possible. Try it in creative first. That's basically how it works, and that's what I've done on the server. Let's head back over there and build this. Okay, so I've mined out a space here. Should be nice and out of the way for... yeah, it should be all out of the way. Easy to see when he comes through the portal and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to start building the redstone now. Okay, it's all finished. This is what the kind of the design... I don't know if it's really what I had in my head beforehand, but I think it looks okay. And here's how it works. Alright, so by the time you guys watch this, TNT would have already come on and seen this. So, I might as well show you what it does. So you press this button. And then the shulker box pops up with his birthday gift. Perfect. I added some rockets in here, a diamond ore, full set of gear. Yeah, I hope he likes it. I better reset this so it's all good to go. And get out of here. I've already cleaned up. Yeah, I think it's time to head back to the base. So we got a lot done today, guys. We made this beautiful birthday contraption. We made some god tier armor. We did some research on armor to make sure that we are reaching the 20 level cap for each kind of protection. We broke an enderman farm. We fixed an enderman farm. Got a bunch of books, did a bit of resource gathering, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please hit that like button, leave a comment down below, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!